Hello, everyone. My name is John Thorpe, and I'm so honored to be the inaugural president of the LGBTQ plus Real Estate Alliance. So I thought days and almost weeks about what to do and script it out. And I said, no, that's not my style. Any of you that have met me, I just kind of talk from the heart. And so with that, I just want to thank you all for being part of the Alliance, and also being part of this virtual conference. When I look back over the past 15 months, it's just truly amazing what has happened, especially because of coming out of a lockdown, and also to not being able to have in-person meetings. And unfortunately, we had to cancel our 2021 convention in Vegas. But here we are, and I'm happy to say that as of last week, we crossed over 1,900 members. That's great. And on a national level, we have been able to do things that really haven't been done before. I get asked, at least weekly, do we rebrand an LGBT real estate organization, things like that? And the answer is no. Our whole premise with the Alliance is really about the community. And so nationally, we've done well. We've got a lot of great sponsors, and our strategy from grassroots to start with local associations like Miami and Washington, D.C., and state association of realtors like Missouri and North Carolina, and the list in Ohio, the list continues. And eventually until this past May, when we got the official blessing from the National Association of Realtors. That's all great. What I think separates us is in our community efforts and really looking at a holistic approach to the community. First of all, I want to kind of go back in time to January of this year. We signed something historic, and I really want to give the proper attention to this organization, because without the leadership of that organization, I don't think we would be as far along as we are. And that is NAHREP and Gary Acosta, and that's the National Hispanic Association of Realtors. We signed a MOU. You'll hear that word a lot with the Alliance, and it's a memo of understanding. And so we signed an MOU with NAHREP back in January, and it was truly amazing that that was done, and it's never been done before. And then we followed up this spring of this year, where we signed an agreement with the Asian Association of Realtors, ARIA. So I just wanted to share these things because it's very important. I think the biggest thing that shows that we are a different organization, outside the fact that many of you know and may not know, that 15% of your national dues actually go to your local chapter. So it's very important, and all the emails that we send you, that you actually, allocate the chapter that you're part of, especially if there's multiple in your state. So I want to put that out there. But to me, what it really shows that we're a different organization, which needs to be, is the makeup of our membership. I pulled the stats last week, and just some of the stats I want to share with you is that about 40% of our membership are women. They identify as women. That has never been done in this space before. So I'm very proud to see that number. Also, too, about 15% of our membership is allies, people that support the LGBTQ community. So I think that's very intriguing. The other, which I think is really astounding, is that 75% of our members have never belonged to an LGBTQ real estate organization. So the message is there. And I want to thank all of you for taking your time, which has been very sparingly this year, because I know the real estate industry has been so busy this year. But I wanted to just share those things with you as far as who we are as an organization. We are a 501c6, which means we are a nonprofit, but we're also an advocacy group. I think you've seen in recent social media posts and emails and things like that, that Ryan, the CEO, and I have set up as far as what's going on in Montana and other areas of the country, and that will continue. And that's what we have to do, and that's one of the reasons why we're out here. I do want to take this time to say a major thank you to some people that really have gotten us to this point. First of all, my national vice president, Alex Cruz. Alex is the hardest working volunteer person in the organization, and I definitely wouldn't be here without him. And I know our staff at the Alliance would be there as well, too. So a major thank you to Alex Cruz, and please thank him on your own as well, too. I want to thank Scott Armstrong out of Tampa, who is our treasurer, and Patrick Rubel, our treasurer as well, our secretary in Minneapolis. And I want to thank you for all your time you've devoted to a new organization, to our board of directors, to our chapter delegates, our chapter leadership, chapter presidents, vice presidents, everyone that has made this possible. And we're going to have a list sent out in a PDF to everyone there. I think there's so many, thankfully, I can't name them all. But I also want to take this time to thank Mary Mancera, our Senior Vice President now of Business Development, David Cerroti, who handles our PR and communications, and of course, our CEO, Ryan. Now, I do have to thank, as he likes to call himself, the First Lady of the Alliance, my husband, Jay Feldman. Without him, I wouldn't be here. And his commitment to the Alliance and to me has been just astounding to me. We often joke that Ryan and I talk to each other more than we do to our husbands. So a lot of truth to that. But nonetheless, here we are. And I just want to spend this time to thank you. So it's been a great year, or 15 months. We've accomplished a lot, almost the impossible. But this message is really more about what does tomorrow look like. And I am so happy that Dave Gervais, our elected president of 2022, will be taking the helm. He's got a lot of great ideas. I will let you hear his speech as far as what he wants to concentrate on, and I'm fully on board and supportive. And by the way, I will be past president starting January 4th, 2022. And also I've been privileged to be named chairman emeritus for the Alliance as well too. So I want to be involved for many years to come, and I'm very thankful for this opportunity as well. So on that note, I really want to talk about what does tomorrow look for the Alliance, and that is for the community. And I want us to look at the whole community. When we look at 65% of home ownership is the average rate for all Americans in the United States. The American LGBT home ownership rate is about 49%. And then we look at people of color in the American LGBT community, that's 32%. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of people in our own community that maybe have been overlooked, and they need resources. They need people like you that are taking of your own time to give back. And it's safe to say that most of you have done quite well in your careers, and that's a great thing. That's a great reason to celebrate for us. Now we need to get into what we do as the Alliance as far as to elevate and educate, right? And let's celebrate these things that we need to do. I'm proud that we had the First Time Buyer Seminar. It is a tool and resource for you to use, and I heavily encourage you, having whether your chapter or you with a bunch of your colleagues with the Alliance in your community, have these First Time Buyer Seminar. We know how real estate works day in, day out. Most of the public does not. They need you. I would also encourage you to have these events in pride centers or safe spaces. It's very key to do that. So with that, in my closing, I just want to challenge all of you for a hefty goal. It's that time of year where probably most of you have done your 2022 business planning, but I've got one more important thing for you to add to your 2022 business plan. And I want you to really think about this. I want you to look at your community in different lens, okay? Even some of your friends or people that you don't know. And I would love to challenge all of our members. And if we do this, I think we'll have 10,000 new homeowners. So if each one of our members can commit to 5 new pathway to homeownership for people, individuals, that will be just shy of 10,000 new homeownership for the LGBTQ community. That's a lot. That's a major difference. And just imagine them and that resource and talking about the service they got and just the freedom that they've gotten from being a homeowner. So I want you all to think about some of these. The reason why I say pathway is some of these will not be ready, but they need someone like you, whether you're a realtor, you're in title, you're in mortgage, home inspection, whatever you are, they need you to be that educated source as someone they can trust. So you're all where you are for a reason, and you're all part of the Alliance for a reason. So I just want to challenge you all, 5 people in 2022. And I can't wait to see how the year goes. And a year from now, we're all talking to kind of see and hear these stories. And so that's my challenge to all of you. And I'm so excited that you have taken your time to experience the Alliance. I'm so excited for the many guests that we have and the different ways of information that we're going to receive things. But my part of this message is I want us to educate our communities. They need you. And we have a lot of people in our own communities that need your help. And so that's my challenge. So without further ado, I want to thank you all once again, and thank you for this privilege and honor to serve as your inaugural president. And I'm going to turn it over. Thank you.